the tyre kickers turn up the other day. 5 of them. Real bikers. Real bikers. Yeah, really annoying actually, these so-called real bikers. They said it's definitely been down massively on this side. Massively, it's wrecked. I'm surprised the logbook doesn't say it's wrecked. It can't be HPI clear. I assured them it was. And I asked them what made them think it's been down big time, and they went, look. And then there's a bit here, look. It's quite hard to even see, but there, look. I think they're probably garage scuffs. I think it's probably leaned up against the wall. If it had gone down big time on this side, there'd be so much more sign. The bars would be bent, the tank would be smashed. There'd be way more signs. It could have come over gently on this side and the bar done its job, but it has not gone down. Even look here, there's no scuffing. Along here, there's no scuffing. It hasn't. And also they were upset because the mileage is wrong. I told them it was 7,500. Can you spot the problem there, guys? Yeah, it is roughly 7,500. In fact, it's probably less. 12,500 kilometers will equal roughly 7,500, I believe. And they felt like right knobheads when I told them that. Problem is, I offered this bike to them for £1,050. Guys, do me a favour. Go online now, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree. Find me a running Superlight for £1,100 with MOT on the road, ready to ride away. There isn't any. They're all £1,500, £1,600, £1,700 because these ones are 2,800 brand new. These are not the £1,800 bikes. So these are going second hand in dealerships for £2,000. So I'm just going to carry on sitting on the bike. I really don't have any issues with it being here. People walk past and love it. They come in and see it all the time. I'm still chatting to people, genuine people who want to kind of have a look. It's just that someone really lovely turned up the other day actually. He was, his initials were OJ. Really lovely guy. And he was I don't know if he was a channel watcher actually, but he was aware of the channel. But he tested it. The only thing he didn't like was the riding position because he'd come from a CBF. And I believe he went and bought a second-hand CBF. And that's fine. I really don't mind people turning up and having a good look and deciding. I don't mind people walking away for the right reasons. But these guys said that they'd seen better versions of this bike for around £800. So I said to them, well then, what are you doing here? Go buy it. Absolute first thing I want to do today. I know I was meant to take this for MOT. Truth is, funds are too low, guys. I'm very busy next week. I'm on a couple of different courses. I've got a bike and drive outside of London. I'm a bit too low to spend another 40 quid on this at the moment. But I've got the GoPro. What I do want to do on this bike is warm it up and throw the GoPro on and get it out there. I want to bump it over the speed bumps, and I want to check that all the electrics hold up under normal conditions, so that next week, potentially next week, it can be MOT'd. So I'm going to pull this out, and the first thing we're going to look at is a test run on the Valiant, if of course it starts and idles and seems as good as it did when we left it last week. So let's get the key, let's get that out, let's warm it up, throw the GoPro on, and we'll take that for a quick spin. So as you guys saw, it ran really well. It definitely takes a couple of minutes to warm up. It's a bit boggy for the first couple of minutes, but you don't feel like it's horrible. It doesn't feel unnatural. That is what these bikes are like. So definitely takes a couple of minutes. So while you're full throttle in the first 2 minutes on the road, it bogs a bit, but once it's at temperature, it rides beautifully under all throttle conditions. The idle's a little bit erratic, and I know exactly why. For whatever reason, when I ordered this throttle cable, the wrong one came, basically. So I've had to kind of make a system, but actually this should be, it shouldn't have a bar here, it should be straight in the top, comfortably, and that's the only way to kind of make it work. At the moment the cable's pulling sometimes and it's not at others, which means we can't really set the idle. That's the only thing, and actually I say that's the only thing, but that's something that would stop it. It will pass MOT like that, but it would stop me selling it. I don't want any of that silliness, because it will give you a slight illusion that the bike's going to cut out, and it needs to feel as smooth as it can. The other thing I might do for peace of mind, because I've got some new oil, is drop the oil next week and put some fresh in, just to kind of help it out. I've dipped this oil, it looks fine, but some fresh wouldn't hurt. So new throttle cable for this carb. It will be a Honda CG, guys, if you know, or CG copy cable. You don't need to write anything in. They're CG carbs other than Honda CG throttle cable, and whatever comes up will come up. I think I put in Valiant, and then I've got the EFI system there by mistake, something like that. Right, I know that your kind of focus today, as mine, is on this KRS GRS 125, KSR Moto GRS 125, take 3. Now, last week that compression test was unbelievable. I didn't expect it, I have to be honest. I thought it'd be a touch higher. I didn't think it'd be at full pace. What I didn't do is what didn't I do? The cams, I've put the cams, I haven't timed it. So I thought I'd timed it, and it couldn't be any further out. That's fine, because I was only doing compression test, there was no carb on. On an interference engine, on certain engines, you can't do that. You can't put the timing on wrong and test compression. Your valves will hit your piston and then you're screwed. This isn't an interference engine, and I know that from the spare parts I have. It shows that it's not. So we're lucky with that. But what I need to do is exactly what I said last time. I don't want to just piece this back together willy-nilly. I want it to be its final piecing back together for a while. So I need to get the head off again anyway. Try and find top dead center again anyway. Remember, it's very difficult on this bike because you can't see in. And then time it and set the valves properly, but I want the head to be torqued down. Don't get me wrong, I put them bolts in and on, guys. The bolts are on. I just want to double check that I've got them all torqued down nicely, and put the cam load back in what I think is top dead, is the right position at top dead center, etc. And then I see no reason why it won't start up. But we don't want it just to start up. We want it to start up and run and ride perfectly well. So I think a lot of today's video some of it will be on that. I've actually got a friend coming. The charity's offering another style of support. It's someone whose car is playing up. It's an old friend of mine, and Rabjab's and Danny's and John's and everyone else's. So he's also through one of the other charities that I've been working with in the past. And we're going to help him out with his car. He's got a misfire on his Ford KA, and he thinks a coil pack will resolve it. If I was him, I would have bought a coil pack and new spark plugs. Maybe he has. I don't think it does it? It's had services, this car. You've had it 3 years, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had it.
Is this a new one?
Yeah, I had the black.
Did you have a black one before this?
Yeah, the black one, I crashed it.
You and your Ford KAs?
Yeah, I crashed the black one, and I've got a Fiesta that fucked up. And I bought this. This is the only car that's lasted.
What have you, out of curiosity, what have you bought? A coil pack and leads?
Yeah, leads, yeah.
So you've got all the leads and the coil pack?
So it's spark plugs, coil pack, leads.
Oh, that's well worth doing.
Yeah.
Here it is, guys. It's really quite simple on here. It's these bolts. They're torque bolts, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah. I looked on
Yeah, they are torque bolts. It's as simple as pop it off and pop it back on. But where people go wrong is they pop all the leads off, forget to change them over, and then they forget the order they go in. Some leads are numbered, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you still need to know where they go on there, unless the coil pack itself is numbered. All we'll do, Darren, is we'll swap the coil pack first.
Yeah, and then leads after.
And then switch them, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Little out the way then. That's it. Where is it?
Oh, it's snapped, isn't it?
It was. Yeah. So it could be kind of eaten away inside there.
That's been sitting there for 17 years, though.
See, these coils, they're right on top of the manifold.
Yeah.
And it gets boiling hot. So this can go.
I did drop something though. What did I drop?
No, it's alright. It stayed. So guys, coil swap. These new coils didn't have 1 to 4 written on them, so we swapped it one at a time. The bottom bolt's really hard to get to. Actually, it's a really awkward position, but you have to kind of manage it. And what we found was the bottom right one wasn't doing anything anyway. I think this coil just burnt out. They're all so close to the manifold, you see, that they'll burn out after a certain amount of time. I think Darren's gonna take it for a spin. Did you say you'll know quite quickly, or is it really intermittent? It's what? You'll know. Alright, cool. Darren's gonna take it for a run, and he'll let us know when he gets back if it's sorted. Take out his scooter, that'd be funny. If we have a productive weekend, we might get Rabjab a bike up and running. I think that sorted the problem. Let me pull out this KRS RPQT 125. Alright, so Darren and Rabjab have left. That's a good deed out the way. Right, this is where we left it. I even left a compression tester hanging off it. I need to undo the whole head. I need the whole head to be off, as in the top, the cams, the push. God, I'm terrible with words nowadays. The whole top head needs to come off. I want to torque the actual cam head down, just a little bit. I just want to double check, and then I want to reset the valves, and we should then be good to go. Actually, then it'll be get the chain tensioner in, because that wasn't in for the compression test. Again, honestly, not a huge worry or issue. It's quite tight anyway getting the chain on, but that thing is there for a reason. The aim is to do everything now with conviction, to do it now in a way that it's done, rather than kind of messing and tweaking. I'm setting it up now for it to be able to run. So let's get some of that done. My back was a bit sore last week. I don't have back issues generally, but if I stay at the garage too long some days, it goes. So I can feel it. It's kind of a slow, longer kind of strain. And this week or next week even, I've got some really weird. I've got a couple of different trainings to be on that are all quite strenuous. So I do need to be a little bit wary this weekend. But I would love to get this. I want to just press the button. I just can't wait. So let me get some of this bits done and see if I can time this bad boy appropriately.